fantasy baseball fans and owners and managers, don't get caught out by these stupid injuries that MLB players have. I know a lot of you have maybe already done your drafts and you have some of these players, or maybe some of you have not done your drafts and you would like to know what players are injured and when they're coming back and such. I am recording this after the 2-game Japan series, and I want to speak on Matt Olson real quick because it looks like he has a fracture in his hand, that he's not going to be able to grip the bat. Same thing as Pablo Sandoval had. So looks like if you have Matt Olson on your team, it's going to be 6 to 9 weeks. That's the worst that can happen. So he's just put him on the DL. It's fine. He'll be back. If you have not drafted yet, if this guy's still available in your draft and he's fell, just pick him and then put him on the DL. Okay. Olson is still a good player. I'm just going to go through the list here of MLB.com, looking at the injury report. So any players I do not mention in this video are either not fantasy relevant or they will be back before opening day. So I'm just going to go through alphabetical order of the teams. So Shohei Ohtani will be back in May from his Tommy John surgery at the least. Tyler Skaggs, a pitcher that a lot of people are possibly going to take in late round, should be better by opening day. He just threw a 50-pitch minor league game on March 21st. So that's when he'll be starting, which is exactly today. So just keep up with him, but he should be fine. Justin Upton should be ready opening day with his right knee tendonitis. He played in 3 Cactus games so far after the injury. The Astros, really the only one here is going to be Lance McCullers, but you don't want him because he's not coming back till 2020 because of Tommy John surgery. With the Oakland Athletics, they recently just shut down. Somebody. I can't talk. Luzardo. I cannot say his name. They shut him down for about 6 weeks. So keep that in mind. That's mostly for Dynasty folks. After that, really, Sean Manaea. He is a guy that maybe you stash on your DL, but he is on the 60-day DL still and will be back in late 2019 after the All-Star break. So if you're like in a super deep league, maybe you take this guy and put him on the DL. Okay, Blue Jays, nothing really to look here except Devin Travis. He's due back in June from his knee surgery. So now the Braves have a few guys. Let's talk about Folty, Mike Folty here. He is expected to be back in April with his right elbow soreness. He threw a session on the 17th of March, but he will be back. If it's not April, then it's early May. Kevin Gausman, still don't know. He has this right shoulder discomfort right now, but he did throw a 58 pitch in an intra-squad game, so he is on the rise back. The Brewers, Jeremy Jeffress is on the 10-day DL right now, and he should be back in April, if not early May. Jimmy Nelson should be back in early April as well. He is recovering from that 2017 shoulder surgery, but he's expected to throw 4 innings and 60 pitches in today's game, but he will not be on the opening day roster. So maybe another guy that you stash on your team. Cardinals, looking at Matt Carpenter right now, he should be back opening day, but he's getting older and he has the right back tightness right now. So you really don't exactly know with him, but he should be back before March 24th in Grapefruit League action, and we'll see what happens from there. Otherwise, the Cardinals, Carlos Martinez could be back in April, but who really knows at this point? There's not a whole lot being said about him. I wouldn't take him anyway. On the Cubs side, Pedro Strop should be ready opening day with his hamstring strain, as he has now been throwing off the mound. Brandon Morrow, another reliever for them, could be back late April, early May from his elbow surgery. He just threw a 20-pitch bullpen session. And Yu Darvish, right now they're saying March 30 to 31 with his blister. Don't really worry about it. If he misses one start, it's fine. Next up, Arizona Diamondbacks. Taijuan Walker, probably the only guy that really matters here. Put him on he's on the 60-day DL, so put him on your IL or injured list. Put him on your IL if you want to get him. He's recovering from Tommy John. Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw is possibly April, early May with his inflammation. He threw a 20-pitch bullpen session, then a 30-pitch bullpen session, 38-pitch bullpen session, and 22-pitch simulated inning on March 20th. So he is getting back. So yeah, I'd bank on early May. He'll miss 5 starts. Nothing for the Giants. Next up, the Indians with Francisco Lindor. Looks like he could be back for opening day, but more than likely not. He has the right calf strain. He ran the bases and played an MLB game on March 20th. That's it for the Indians. For the Mariners right now, Kyle Seager is on the 10-day DL, but he's not going to be back until June or July from a left-hand surgery. And he's not expected to swing the bat until 8 more weeks from basically March 14th. Next up, Malik Smith could be back for opening day. He should be back for opening day. He did not go to the opening series in Japan, though, but that's not a big deal. He'll still be good. For the Mets, Yoenis Cespedes could be back in 2019. Nobody really knows, but he's expected to begin baseball activities in February 11th, which obviously already happened. But he had that heel surgery in October as well as August. So don't exactly know with Yoenis Cespedes at the moment. Michael Taylor for the Nationals. He has a left knee sprain. He's expected to miss significant time. He took a one-handed swing off the tee, played light catch, and that's it on March 17th. The Orioles do not have any injuries. Good job for them. The Padres, nothing really except Travis Jankowski. He could be back in June. The Phillies have a few injuries here. Jared Eichhoff could be back in 2019. He had carpal tunnel surgery. Probably not coming back in 2017, if not for late year. And Rhys Hoskins, he had some shoulder soreness, but he will be back for opening day. More than likely, there's no damage or anything in his shoulder. The Pirates, Chad Kuhl is on the 60-day DL, and he's not coming back until 2020. Besides that, Gregory Polanco is the only guy in here, and he's coming back mid-April from his shoulder surgery. The Rangers, Joey Gallo is the only guy on here that has an issue, but he should be back for opening day. He has a right groin strain. He's doing baseball activities and taking batting practice as of March 20. So he'll be fine. For the Rays, Jose De Leon, recovering from Tommy John, will be back sometime this year. That's their only injury. The Red Sox, Dustin Pedroia should be back in April with his left knee. He'll start on the 10-day DL, though. And David Price should be back it says late March, early April. He just has an illness, so don't worry about it unless it's a terrible illness. But if it's not, then you'll be fine. And that's it for the Red Sox. For the Reds, Alex Wood, be back mid-April with lower back soreness. He'll start the year off on the DL more than likely. For the Rockies, no one on here except Antonio Centinela. I can't even say his name. He'll be back in April. The Royals have quite a few injuries on the pitching, but the only one here that actually means something is Danny Duffy, for fantasy, obviously. He'll be back in mid-April with shoulder tightness, and Salvador Perez is out for the season with his Tommy John surgery. For the Tigers, Michael Fulmer out for the season with UCL damage in right elbow. He's going to go on Tommy John. Twins, Miguel Sano. should be back in May. So he's not exactly fantasy relevant unless you're in a deeper league this year. For the White Sox, Michael Kopech, or Kopka, however you say his name, he'll be back in 2020 more than likely with his Tommy John surgery. The Yankees, they have quite a few injuries here as well. This is the last team. Dylan Betances, don't know when he's coming back. He has the shoulder impingement, and he will begin the year on the injured list. Gio Gonzalez he was out for the season, but he'll be back in 2019. They signed him to a minor league deal. Didi Gregorius will come back in June from his Tommy John surgery in October. Aaron Hicks, the date for him is April 4th because he has another injection that he has in him, and he will be out for opening day, but should be back from his lower back stiffness on April 4th. And finally, Luis Severino, kind of the big one here for all the injuries. He will be back in May, more than likely, but who really knows? He has a shoulder cuff or rotator cuff inflammation. He made 25 throws from 60 feet in March 20th. Expected to make 50 throws from 60 feet March 21st. Expected to miss all of April per the March 20 update. So these are all the injuries. Don't get caught out by injuries. Injuries always happen, so make sure you stay updated on this channel. And that's it for this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.